stuck in a lockdown and you can't go anywhere, but still you're confined to the four corners of your home. Do you wish to learn those skills and work on it like a pro? But you think it's impossible and you're running out of time. And it seems as if you're also running out of options as well. Oh my god, and I'm actually sure you don't want to be waiting for the holiday to end. And you can actually end up with no skills, while your mates ended up well. So what major skills are out there? In what ways can you learn it? And can you learn handwork skills? This is Pyrochure Insight from the Studios unit, and today we'll be having a discussion on top skills to learn in a lockdown. So when dealing with skills, there are actually a lot to consider, due to the fact that not everyone is suited for all kinds of skills, and it is mandatory to find out which one suits you the best. After all, it will be beneficial if it is something you can easily adjust to, and something that you love doing. So when determining a skill, Pyrochure has got that covered for you, as well list the top skills for you to learn. Skills such as graphic design, programming, motion graphics and animation, data science, and handwork skills such as fashion designing and more. So many skills do exist, but what I have listed above happens to be the top trend out there. So you wish to learn graphic design. To start a new chapter in graphic design, you will have to know the various categories of graphic design. Design is divided into various categories and can be used in various forms. So we have graphic design, UI UX design, that's the wireframes, web design, and more. The widest part of design still remains graphic design, which I am sure you're familiar with, because the ones such as UI and UX design are also designs, but in another way. It involves you being able to design prototypes and wireframes, mostly for apps and websites. While web design deals with you being able to write codes to design standard websites and web applications. Codes mostly in HTML and CSS, and they are used for creating custom web design. You can learn web design from Udemy, Skillshare, Solo Learn, Code Academy, Code.org, GSLearn.org, and more. Programming skills is one of the latest tech trends as people are taking to it, and that's because of its rich resources. Though it's not that easy to learn, but its functions are so amazing, and we can just go through this knowing one day we'll be versatile in it. When learning programming, you should know the categories and aspects you're meant to learn, and the use of the aspect. Categories such as web development, game development, software development, and more. It depends on the category you love. You can always start with the general programming languages that fit into all the categories, like Python, Java, and more. And you can always start with the basic programming languages such as BASIC. And to learn programming, you can actually visit websites such as Solo Learn, Code.org, CodeAcademy.org, Udemy, and more. So you also want to learn motion graphics and animations. Motion graphics and animations can be stressful, since you're likely not to love the stress. And actually the stress deals with you being able to form elements. Actually, motion graphics can be easy once you know about keyframes and how to manipulate their movements. But some aspect of it can be stressful and can be tedious, but it requires patience and time. So motion graphics brings out the creative aspect of you in creating interesting animations with adverts, logos, particles, and more. You could also learn how to create animations with apps such as Autodesk Maya and Blender, depending on the one you learn first. Blender is a free open platform, but with its tools confusing, I would recommend Maya, which comes at a cheap price. You can always access tutorials on Udemy, YouTube, Skillshare, and more. Data science is not that new, but it's actually the most needed programming part right now, as it is really important in a company or any business startup. With data science, you'll be able to know the interests of your customer and how you'll be able to serve them in the rightful way. Every company is hiring data scientists because of the vastfulness of their duty. Facebook uses data science to find out people who may be your friends, and the same with e-commerce websites such as Amazon to recommend alternative or similar products. So you might want to consider the fact that it's kind of important. To learn data science, you can go to sites such as 365 Data Science, Udemy, Programming Hub, Solo Learn, and more. So you also want to learn handwork skills. Handwork skills such as photography, fashion designing, and more might seem hard to learn, but might not actually be hard because of e-commerce websites. With e-commerce websites, you can easily order for the machines you need with a little addition of transport fee, and everything will go well. And if you're looking into how to learn it without a tutor, you can always try some sites such as YouTube, Skillshare, Udemy, and more. So maybe a lockdown might not be bad after all. Why don't we discuss how to manage your time to acquire these skills in lockdown and be able to apply it? This sounds like a subject of discussion for the next Pyrochure Insight. Thank you. Please, if you love the show, give us a thumbs up and also comment below for episodes in which we can actually give you a bonus episodes. And also, you can watch the next show, which is the question and answer on the Pyrochure Initiative. And thank you very much. Have a beautiful, nice, and wonderful day. Goodbye.